This is the Women's Volleyball World Grand Prix, match number 39 between Korea and Cuba. First referee, Mr. Bela Hober from Hungary. Second referee, Mr. Songsak Charanpong from Thailand. Starting players from Korea team. Number 1, Chong Eun-son. Number 3, Lee Cho-ki. Number 4, Chang Yun-ki. Number 9, Kim Nam-sun. Number 10, Park Soo-chong. And number 11, Hong Shi-yun. Head coach, Mr. Kim Cheol-yong. Assistant coach, Mr. Shin Il-kyun. Starting players from Cuba team. Number 2, Costa Marlene. Number 3, Luis Mireya. Number 4, Izquierdo Lilia. Number 5, Cardo Idomis. Number 10, Torres Gregla. Number 15, Carvajal Magali. Head coach, Mr. George Eugenio.
Hello and welcome
Assistant
to another
coach,
game.
Mr. Andre Demo Antonio.
Another game in the Women's World Volleyball Grand Prix 1994. Korea and Cuba. Cuba, the defending champions. Good win for them last year. Team's just being introduced. And the coach for Cuba, Mr. Eugenio George, along with a number of other accolades for his team, which I'll mention as we go along. He was also voted the best coach of 1993 in this particular tournament. See how his team performs today. It's Korea versus Cuba from the Bangkok Youth Centre at Bangkok, Thailand. Very steamy Bangkok. I'm sure the heat will play a part today. Very deep serve for Cuba. And the Koreans get a tip out and get the serve back. It's Carvajal for Cuba. Hong serving for Korea. And the spike is overcooked. Far too long, so 1 point. Too big. Point for Korea. Controlling things Korea. And to settle it down in the opening set. Getting out quite quickly. And they will control the rebound to Cuba. We hear Carvajal. Too much power for the Korean team. And as I said, a number of accolades for Cuba when they won last year, including the most valuable player for the entire tournament as voted by the officials. Their captain, Luis Hernandez, number 3. Watch out for her. Maria Luis Hernandez, always instrumental in Cuba's wins. Getting away to a short start though is Korea. Chang will serve. And a smash coming in from Luis Hernandez herself, in fact. MVP for last year of the entire tournament. Carvajal. Scrambling, tenacious stuff from Korea, who are a little bit out-heighted in the Women's World Volleyball Grand Prix. Kim. Luis Hernandez is the setter. And into the net for Korea. Too hard to control when they come off like that. Yes, we'll see a lot of that number 3 jersey. Luis Hernandez, she was also named the best spiker of 1993's tournament in the finals. There's the spike coming from Jung. It's blocked and controlled by Cuba. An infringement there. Gives it to Cuba. Gives it to Korea. Sorry. One-handed from Luis Hernandez. Park serves. Set for Luis. Too long. Too much power in it. Couldn't control it. Another point. Park goes back to serve. Squirto sets it. And once again, the spike. There's too much power. Another point. Park serving. Torres, number 10, for Cuba. Great block from Korea. They're ecstatic. They go to 4-0 very quickly over the defending champions Cuba. They would dearly love an upset win over Cuba today, Korea. Korea had that one in hand. Gone to Cuba, however. Infringement. Good block from Cuba. They managed to control it good, tip it over. Finds Korea at odds, but they settle it, throw it back. Squirto runs into set. Costa spiking. Off the fingertips of the leaping Jung. Korea already off to a good start, and they get the serve back to it, 4-0. Cuba will be a little bit shell-shocked, I think. Dearly love to take the first set, Korea. Jung will serve. And the spikes from Cuba have gone a bit long. Infringements. Gives it to Torres to go back and serve. See the hand just touching the net there from the Korean player leaping up. Number 10, Torres to serve for Cuba. Hong flicks it off. Back. Cuba to try and dominate. There's a good spike. Costa took aim, found the gap between the two blockers and right into the backcourt. So Torres will go back and serve very, very deep too for Cuba. Well, not a very good example of serving there from the designated best server of the finals from 1993, Torres. So serve goes out. Lee serves. 4-2. Korea, there's the rally, so 2-4 to Cuba. Good length dig, and the spike from Chang is controlled by Cuba. Esquerdo will spike it for Cuba. Esquerdo it is. Just into the body of the Korean defender. Very quick spike from Korea. But looks like it's paid off for Cuba. As they lock it back to Korea. Coming in from Chang. Rebounds, tipped out from Cuba. Getting a good little height here, Chang. Hammering it off the head and shoulders of the defenders from Cuba. So 4-all. A powerful spike is misdirected from Cuba. And the timeout called. So the last point, in fact, going to Korea. 5-4 they lead. So Korea coming out and shell-shocking the Cubans a little, defending champions from '93. really dominating this first part. In fact, the pace is furious. I don't think they can keep this up for a couple of hours. And of course, on how long the match lasts, but I'm sure if Korea stick to the game plan, they have all the skills to really challenge Cuba. They've already shown they can come out and blast the Cubans. So Korea come back after the technical timeout. They lead 5-4. Serving through Hong. Set. Spike is well dug out from Korea, showing commitment early on. And the spike from Chang is straight into the net. And they're so hard to control when they come rebounding out of the net like that. Side out, 4-5, Cuba. Well, the instinct told her it was going out. She left it, and certainly it did. Well, Cuba just not concentrating at the moment. Korea all the more urgent, really wanting to win. Set by Costa. There's a high spike. She got up so high, Luis Hernandez. That's what made her the most valuable player of the tournament last year. She's going to need to do more of it, though. The spike from Jung. The advantage back to Korea. Out of court, very high. Only the one blocker too for Cuba. Needs to get around it. Kim serves for Korea. Costa sets it. And getting very high is Cavial. It went out, but it was touched by... There it is. No, practice too long. They didn't touch it, Korea, so they get the serve at 6-4. Oh, really dominating Cuba. However, they get one spike back in. They will get the serve side up, 4-6. Space there left by Korea. However, the early points psychologically going to Korea, opening very fast, showing a lot of commitment. Tenacious, as you see there. Trying to command every point. A little Park coming up, getting very high as she does. Spike home, 6-4. Squirdo sets it up for the good spike. Luis Hernandez. Side out, 4-6. Jung. Tipped out. Off the fingertips. And then off the shoulder. Cuba. So Jung to serve. 6-4. Straight at the player for Korea. They managed to control. But Chang can only succeed in spiking it here into the outstretched fingers of Costa. So you're getting very high over the nets, the palms down, so the ball races down into the court. Oh, and a bit of luck too for Korea. Scrambled it back quickly, and Cuba weren't ready for it. Hadn't quite got the blockers up yet. Kato Moya, Cuba there, not getting up quickly. 6-4, they serve Korea. Tenacious defence, they'll get it back too. And Chang gets the spike. Tipped out from the fingers of the Cuban defence. 7-4. Oh, and great blocking, and they can be well happy with that. Playing a great game. Hong getting up. And the block coming right down to the Cuban side. So they lose it though, Korea. 4 out, Cuba. Must catch up. Certainly don't want the psychological defeat of losing the first set to Korea. Hong. Oh, 5-8. Cuba getting the chance with the serve to come back. And pushing it long. So Hong it is who will go and serve for Korea at 8-5. Moya. However, Korea winning the rally. Gato coming in and just slamming it in the net. Tenacious defence from Cuba, but they can't get it off the ground. Costa getting herself off the ground. Desperate dive. Taviel couldn't get to it to take it off the floor. So the timeout coming. Players come off, try and cool down, settle down after a very furious pace being led, in fact, by the Koreans. Cubans will be at a bit of a loss to explain why they find themselves trailing Korea at this break. But it is spirited play like that in Korea with a good spike, too much power for the two players to be able to handle. We are playing well. Coaching for the cheer team. Five. Korea serving at it. Oh, that spike from Gato Moya. Too well directed. Gets very high. Charges it down. So side out 5-10. Very good digging work defensively from Cuba. They managed to control it, but Korea have dug it as well. The blocking from Carvajal and her teammate. Yes, it was Luis who got up for it. 6-10. Straight away, Cuba again with a mistake at crucial times. Just losing the serve, 10-6, Korea. Cuba don't want to give too many of those away, with Korea playing so well at the moment. They really come onto the court with a lot of energy and picked up the pace. Luis will have to come up with some answers. She pushes it out. Timeout called by the Korean coach. You can see that, well, his players playing so well, a crucial time in the first set. He'd love them, dearly love them to win it. Mr. Kim. They're up against the odds with Cuba. And you see the tip out being one of the top teams from 93. They won the tournament, of course. They have the best spiker from 93, Luis Hernandez, the best server in Torres, the best digger in Bell, who is not actually playing this evening, and the best coach. Korea managed to get 5th in the Women's World Volleyball Grand Prix last year. Well collected. End up giving free ball back to Cuba. And it's dug out again. There's that tenacious stuff. Young sends it back, and they weren't ready for it, Cuba. They're so frustrated. Moya and Torres not there for it. So a creditable 5th in last year's tournament career. Nothing they can do about that one though. Well directed, Carvajal spikes it, smash. Straight past the feet. Most valuable player last year for Korea was number 14, Ji, who is not playing for them this year. The referee say, well, it was out. It's out this time from Cuba. Silly errors. It's costing them this first set. Korea very dedicated to the task. Costa scrambles to recover, and it's into the net. Cuba, they're just not concentrating at the moment. They seem a little off their game. They'll need some encouragement, and they'll certainly get that if Korea wins the first set. That'll encourage them all they need. Very deep spike from mid-court. Horizontal, basically, and handled by Cuba. Controlled again, Jung. Spiked, and it was defended, but they have another chance. And tipped out from Cuba. Well, look at this. It was just touched on the way through. Korea really, really coming out on fire. It is set point, first set for Korea. However, Cuba get a life. Save themselves. A good spike from losing that first set. Oh, and it's long. Well, no better example there of a crucial point being wasted at exactly the wrong time, because it gives set point back to Korea.
Number 9 out, number 17. Kang Hae-min in. Number 3 out, number 15.
Wait while some replacements come on and off. Chang So-yun coming on for Korea. Crucial time to bring on some fresh players. Great dig from Korea, and they've controlled it. And they've even got that, look, off the fingertips. Too much of a rebound on that one though, as it comes off the fingers of the blockers from Luis Hernandez. Tipped out. Cuba saving themselves. Seven 14. And Gatomoya gets the tip out. 8-15. Once again, just simple mistakes from Cuba, just letting Korea dominate this first set. It is set point. A real wake-up call for Cuba now, as Korea are on fire in the first set. However, Cuba saved themselves yet again, right on the line. And volleyball on the line is in. It has to be outside the line to be called out. That one was definitely out. Cuban coach Eugenio George has a lot to consider at the moment. His players not on form, making too many mistakes. And I'm sure he will have a word about those serves at the end of the set, which, if Cuba is not careful, could come very shortly. It is set point again. They get a side out at a crucial time. And some decoy spikers coming up for Korea. Flailing hands. They push it into the net. See, forming to spike. The actual one came from Chang. She forced it into the net. A valuable point for Cuba. It's set point again though for Korea. Good work from Hong. She'll have to serve. Set point. There it is. The Koreans take the first set, 15-9. Well, what an upset in the first set. A high-spirited Korean team coming on, playing with tons of energy, and you can see Cuba there just shuffling off, really not on their game, allowing Korea to win 15-9. A mixture of mistakes from Cuba and the enthusiasm from Korea, giving Koreans the first set. See here the spike, Gatomoya coming in but overpowering it. They let it go, it was out. 15-9 for Korea in the first set. We'll anxiously await the second set to see if Korea can extend this amazing amount of enthusiasm they've shown in the first. So the signals come from Hong as the first set dramatically an upset went to Korea 15-9. Cubans shocked, Michelle shocked, been caught off guard. I'm sure that losing the first set will be all the wake up they need to pick up their game in the second. And already Cubans giving the serve away, side out. And a wayward spike. So the simple error is still dominating for Cuba at the moment. Korea get the chance to go further ahead. Go to Moya. No doubt about that one. Picture space to work with in mid-court. Smashed it down. Coming in from out of picture, out of court. Straight into the gap there. Side out. Simple dig for Cuba as they set it, and it's blocked well by Korea. Coming again, go to Moya. Moya gets it blocked and manages to tip over. Now that was very quick thinking. First spike didn't work, so she saw there was no one home in mid and just tipped over the defence. An infringement on the net, and Cuba, an error from them again. See there, fingers on the net. Well, simple errors again from Cuba. They lead 2-1, but they can't afford to let Korea into this match as they did in the first like that, because they're having such a good game, lots of enthusiasm, playing a very fast game, and they have the skills at that level to more than match Cuba. Go to Moya. Picked off the fingers of the blockers. It's coming too fast for Chang to do anything about. Just about controlled it. A few centimetres and it would have come back for Korea. Getting from the lead is quick. It's a quick 1-2. Luis Fernandez comes in and tidies it up for Cuba. A high set. Right down the sidelines here. Just touched the line. What would be called in? It must be outside the line to be out. Good block from Cuba. Solid wall. A solid wall again. It was Luis Fernandez, I think, who started again. Reading it well. Got over and just got a hand to it. Falling well for her. Carvajal. Flicking off her hands, tipping it out. Carvajal it is, who comes in and makes amends by winning the rally with a good spike. Charging, leaping, pushing the ball back in the opposite direction. Very deceptive. Side out for Cuba. Not a very powerful spike from Korea. Luis Hernandez. There is power in that one. Will she get another chance? Yes. And it's coming too fast. Rebounded off Jung too quickly. There it goes from Jung. As Cuba reach the 5 points they need to go off for 30 seconds for a technical timeout, rather than one called by the coaches themselves. Certainly had a wake up in the first, with Korea coming on rapidly with a ton of energy and surprising Cuba with a 15-9 win. And I'm sure that will certainly wake Cuba up. And they lead in the second as Luis Hernandez fires it sideways and Jung can't control it with speed. Crowd is about 3,000 here today at the Bangkok Youth Centre. The preliminary round in the Women's World Volleyball Grand Prix 1994, which moves all over Southeast Asia, before finally ending up in Shanghai for the finals in China. China being the host nation, they will take part, and 3 other teams will make up the final 4. Carvajal serving at 5-2 for Cuba, and they're going to scramble it back. It'll be a free ball for Korea. What can they make of it? Well, quick thinking, got it back very fast from Park. Caught the Cubans off guard, as they have done so often in the first set. It's Park, very quickly off the set. 2-5. Park it is who serves. With a short set for Torres to leap onto. And ball reversing direction again. Guardo. Side out for Cuba, 5-2. Cuba lead 1 set to love. It'll work like that. Get there to exploit. Very simple for Hong to drop it into. Side out once more, 2-5. Jung. No doubt about the class of Luis Fernandez, the most valuable player overall from last year's tournament. That was powerful. She returns back to serve. 5-2. Cuba leading. Oh, fingertip stuff from Cuba. They couldn't get it back. Side out 2-5. Korea to control. Costa picks out the player. Oh, score not moving. Serve changing sides. Every side out yet again. 2-5. Errors on the serve from Cuba. That's what let Korea into the first set. Cavial spike is called by Korea. They'll pick it back to free ball to Cuba. What can he make of it? Cavial hits it again. And it's tipped out by Korea. Jung didn't have herself and her feet in the right place quick enough. Good blocking from Gatamoya. Looks like she'll get it to Spike. And bread and butter stuff for Gatamoya. See the gap there on the other side from Korea opening up with the blockers going forward. Straight into it, Gatamoya. Timeout called. Attendance coming on. Wiping every bead of perspiration from the court. It'll be very dangerous. Very slippery. These players need total grip. Flinging themselves around the court as they do. Spike very well timed from Korea. And a good reflex from Cuba. Controls it. A high set. Gatamoya charging in from out of court. You can see where the gap had opened up as the two blockers came forward. Over them. Over mid-court. Into that hole. Decoy Spikers coming up with hands flailing. Very hard to tell from that who's going to hit it. Very good, down the sideline. Well directed. Luis Fernandez comes in. Her power is just unbeatable. She will need to be firing today though, as Korea are playing with a great deal of heart and surprised Cuba in the first set. Luis will need to lead from the front. Good thinking play from Korea again. Assessing the options. They've tipped it out though. So Cuba will win the rally. Korea really looked to be enjoying this game. Got lucky again with a good rebound. Spike firing off the fingertips. Blockers. Esquerdo who comes in. Very good spike. Arching the back, leaping high. Get total power in it, but it wasn't necessary. Bang Spike wins the rally. It was Jung in fact. They can't control it, Cuba, as they tip it out. Jung it is to serve. Dig, set. They can tip it over the blockers. Was an amazing reflex block though from Torres. Number 10. Time to jump. Seemed almost casual about it. And perhaps I suggest Cuba looking very casual in the first set when they lost. Perhaps some overconfidence. Expecting to beat Korea easily perhaps and being surprised a little. Certainly look relaxed, very casual at times. You have to pick up the game speed a little. Dedicated professional volleyballers in their their own world, their own minds at least. Must be professional about it. Is that decoy spike working again for Korea? A couple of players coming up, left it, and a well-directed one coming in. Quick 1-2 from Cuba, but Korea have it under control and send it back to Park. Eyes on the ball the whole time. Cuerdo couldn't get it off the floor. Hong will serve it. Moya. Good dig. Quickly capitalising on, the confusion and Cuba banging into each other. It's well blocked again by Korea. Cuba have to organise. And the spike is wayward. Korea proving they're thinking about this game, mixing up the pace. And that quick tip over when they saw that Cuba weren't ready to receive the ball again. Too simple for Costa. Once again looking very casual about it. Whips up right down the sideline, takes the point, and nonchalantly wanders back to serve. One is out. Tip over the blockers. Korea. Blocked here from Moya. Means settled again for Cuba. There's Cuerdo coming in and doing the damage for them. One of the reasons Cuba winning last year, they're such an all-round good team. Luis Fernandez leads from the front as their best spiker, of course. But all of the team have so much power when they need to spike. They just get up there and do it. And inevitably win the rally. However, that time they lose it to Korea after the rebound from their blockers comes down to the floor. And Moya, and it is tipped out by Korea. The spike is blocked by the tall Cubans. Psycho serves. Simple error on that serve again. Side out to Korea. And stop volleyballers should be able to get that serve in every time. Kim serves. And Luis Fernandez. Fine serve spike. Frustratingly blocked by tenacious Korea. We'll make a substitution with Kim coming off and also Lee. Some fresh players. Chang is on and Kang. 15 and 17, Chang and Kang. Lay on, says the referee. It was long. Serve once again. Simple service errors. Kang still cools, just coming onto the court a moment ago. He'll need a chance to warm up. The rest of the Koreans though are very warm. Set a hot pace in the first set to win at 15-9. More fresh players. Well, it's Hong who's come back on. Again, went off for a bit of a rest and some instructions. And she's back now. Cuba in the lead after losing the first set. This is the second set. Luis. Well, not often that we find Luis being frustrated and overshadowed by the other team. And that's just what's happened, especially in the first set. Cubans off their game a little. lead 9-6 and will serve at 9-6. Set from Costa, and spike too much to handle. Good block. Torres, Cuba, tipping over the blockers this time. They'll set it again. Costa. Looks so nonchalant, Costa. Unflustered. Hammered it off the wrists there. Korean player. As Cuba get the necessary 10 points to go to the next technical timeout. Eugenio George, I'm sure he would have been a bit disappointed with the team's efforts in the first set, which they lost 15-9 to Korea. Really shocked by this Korean team, who came out with such energy. And at the moment, it certainly is Korea who look like they want to win the game more than Cuba. They could be deceptive, however, with the relaxedness of the Cubans. Seem to just get on with the work, whatever's going on. Never show too much of it. Good work from Luis Hernandez, giving Korea time to react. Taking it back to the over the net and firing it down. Korea to the side out though. Tipped out from Cuba. So Jung serves at 6-11. Good spike, but it's picked up well by Gato. And set it again, Cuba. Jung. Oh, reflex again from Gato. That's two good ones in a row. And the blocking eventually overcame Korea. Torres putting almost both hands to it. Right on the line. Captain Luis. Yeah, once again frustrated in their attempts to spike. They're very tall. Your hands way up over the net. Another point for Cuba. 12-6 it is for Cuba. They're down one set. They control this rally though. And flick it back. Free ball for Korea. And they strike through Hong. One of the taller players in the Korean side. See pinpoint accuracy right between the two blockers. A matter of 10 or 20 centimeters between their two hands, and she went right through it. Discussion with the scorers going on, making sure everything's correct. Dropping the serve from Korea. Nice horizontal spike from Costa. Down much at all, but it was too quick for the Korean to get over to. 12-6 Cuba. Tipped out from them, side out. Korea get it at 6-12. Touch the fingertips of the blockers on the way past. Hong. Stutter step from Caballal. Rally would have died there for Cuba. See the good block there, hands up over the net from Kim. Hong goes to serve at 7-12 for Korea. And the fingertip blocks from Korea unable to be controlled. Now fingertips and Costa smash. Side out, 12-7. Toy spiker again, working for Korea. Player coming up, leaping down. Side out again. 7-12. Well left by Luis. Yeah, she's annoyed. Simple error. Had the chance to catch up there, but now it's Cuba 12-7 ahead. Good length dig and the spike. Quick work from Korea. The dig was just the right length. The set came up. The two blockers going sideways. Comes Luis. Tag out this time. Return from Korea. It's too long. Mid-court, very close to the net. Couldn't get the downforce on it. It went too long. 12-7. The serve changing sides, but no movement in the score for a while. 7-12. Side out to Korea. Very long dig, and in fact left them with no option. Costa trying her best to set it well for Espirito running in, but the dig was too long. Scrambling tenacious defence. Luis hammers it back. She blocks well again for Cuba. Korea must set it. Fire again. And a miscue from Chang. And Cuba with their spike, which is also blocked. However, touching the net, I think there, the player. Yes, touching the net, says the referee. A great fight in the second set. Charging in Lee to set it really well in the end. Jung will try again, and it is tipped out. So really up, play for play, Korea. A lot of energy, a lot of spirit, and that is what is keeping them in touch with Cuba. 8-12. There's the spike though, tidying things up from Torres. Changing the direction of the set. 12-8. Jung, she's doing all the setting, all the spiking rather for Korea. There's a good dig. Just the right length too, lucky. Gato will well be happy with that one. Way up, hands over the net so the ball came down. See it here, she gets up so high, the hands over, and palms facing down. Scrambling off the fingertips though, so Korea get another chance to catch it. Great fighting second set. After having the advantage in the first, Korea really trying to pull off the second set win against Cuba, but too much power for them there to be able to handle. Resetting, quick 1-2. Trying to mix up the pace of the game as Gato does by trying to tip over the blockers. Oh, and a great reflex from Gato again. And off the floor, I'm sure that would hit the floor. But the Korean player, diving one-handed, must have just got a hand underneath it. There it is. Look at that. Just had a hand on the floor as it hit it. And eventually they win the rallies. And that was a good point for them, 8-13. Costa. Flips off. And in fact it is she who will serve at 13-8 to Cuba. Sprawling attempt from Torres. time. Very short, quick set. And Korea the opportunity to surprise Cuba. Side out, 8-13. Gato was almost going out, should have been left perhaps. Dug out for Cuba. Set it again, and that was a clever throw, tipping over. But that tenacious defence from Korea has given them the rally. They never give up this side. They're playing with a great deal of dedication. Tonight there was another one-handed dive, practically on the floor again. Never giving up. Closing in on Cuba 2, 9-14. That's the rally there though. Firing in from out of court was Gato. Flash over the top of the net, tipped out from Cuba. Once again, Korea give another chance to catch up. Mr. Squirdo on her own blocking. 9-13, they serve. Cavial right down to the baseline. She is charging in behind the setter, slamming off the wrists. The instinct taking over, of course. You'd want to hit it, but could have been left. 9-13, a side out for Korea. They must now attempt to take control of the second set and at least put on a spurt of points to catch up to Cuba. Horace' spike is brought back by Korea, comes off the net. Side out. Losing that opportunity. 13-9 for Cuba. A quick, short, sharp set for Korea. It seems to catch Cuba off guard. See if they use it some more. Jung. One of the big was too long for Cuba to control. Banging into each other, the players from Cuba. Rolled off the net on the hands of the Korean player. Luis smashing into his fingers and it goes out. Cuban fan club. Plenty of noise coming from them. Appreciation of Korea too. Save to set point. Have a light for 9-14. Luis. No doubting her power and skill. You see the height she gains on that. Incredible spike height leap. Set point for Cuba. Just saved once more and a breath for Korea. Lee sets. Hong. To work. 9-14. Korea not able to control it, so it will go back in fact to Cuba for set point again. Haven't had it all their own way in this set either. After Cuba lost the first, 9-15. It's the spirit from Korea. And clever play from Carvajal, who decided to just tip it over. It looked like she was going up for the spike. Couldn't get the height on it, and just tapped it. And found the Koreans unawares. So Cuba do in fact win the second set. Beaten 15-9 in the first. They have won the second 15-9 to bring it back to 1 set all, and it will be a very exciting third set. See if Korea can come back with the determination they showed in the first. There's a good dig coming in from Luis. Carvajal just getting a hand to it. Then of the match, Korea-Cuba. Korea coming out and really startling the Cubans. 15-9 crush Cuba came back, not surprisingly, in the second. 15-9 they won. And the third set, Cuba dominating a little more and only taking 23 minutes to win 15-8 in the third. So we go to the fourth set now. Korea must win it to stay in. All Cuba have to do is polish this one off, and it's the match win for them. Mr. Volleyball Bella of Hungary will give us the signal to play on soon. And the referee is from Thailand, in fact, Sak Chalapong. Straight away, a side out for Korea. Good directed spike from Costa though. Out of the uptipped hand. Stepped out from Cuba. Change serves straight away. Esquerdo charging into the net. Esquerdo, such a versatile player, normally so good with the blocking, and when any of these Cubans are called upon to come in and perform great miracles with the spike also. There's a good one-handed save from Gato. Almost lazy really, pushed into the net from Carvial. In the end, she didn't have to work at it though, because the Korean players touched the net. We're not arguing about it, but the referee says play on. Off the fingertips, a tip out from Cuba. Korea side out. Good powerful spike too from Park. Was good. Good spike from Esquerdo. Stopping dead with her sneakers on the court. Firing right under the baseline. Lee sets it. And Park can't get through the outstretched hands of the blockers. Lee sets it. I'll try again. Over the other side this time. And two players, Gato and Carvial, splits them right in the middle. Crashing into the ball and each other. A very long serve from Park. Quick 1-2. Hong puts a hand to it. Slaps it into the blockers. Can't control it, Torres. So Jung will go back and serve for Korea. Up one Korea. And remains in their court. Here's the tip. Too much for them. Touching the net for infringement. Torres with a lot of power, comes through and spikes. Good leap right into the shoulder of the player. So Cuba leading 2-1. 1-1 now in the fourth. Right onto the sideline, Torres. Great accuracy, just down the sideline. Korea must win it to stay in the match. This set tidied up. Gato will spike it. Dug out though. And tipped out from Cuba. Korea. Side out. Lee. She's been doing all the setting. Recognised setter for Korea. Gato. A very recognised spiker for Cuba. In front of the two mid-court players. Well, quick hands over the net too from Gato that time. Got over before Korea could set it and pushed it back down. The Cuban players just seem so nonchalant, so relaxed on the court. Can't really tell whether it's arrogance or simply that's the way they are. Never show too much emotion. Simply cruise from point to point. Great spike. Look at the height that Gato gets there. Slams it down. A game of pinball going on just over the top of the net. Fingertip touch there for Korea. Tap back, tap back. Korea really concentrating on their game in this fourth set. They know they have to win it, of course, to stay in the match, to go to the all-important fifth. And they're concentrating, playing well. Cuba just give the appearance of cruising at the moment, not really extending themselves unless they have to. And it goes out off the fingertips. No, they didn't touch it. It went out completely. Cuba will serve. And it does go out. Simple errors again. A little too relaxed, Cuba. Can't afford to give Korea too many chances like that with simple mistakes, because with their energy they may just come back and beat you again. Well, coaching really, that should have been left for Torres in the back court. No, the dig was too long, couldn't make anything of it, Cuba, and ends up getting dug out. Costa looking at a hand up to stop it. And out from the serve. Side out. Cuba get it. And a good spike from Korea. It was charging in from mid-court. Well, side out for Cuba. They'll serve it 4-3. Splitting Torres there. Choosing the point, splitting the two blockers down the middle. Only a matter of a few centimetres between the hands, and she found it. Tipped out from Korea. Go for the technical timeout as 5 points to 3 for Cuba. The lead 2-1 and 5-3 in the fourth. China being the host nation, they will play in the finals, and 3 other teams. Here we see the gold medalists from Barcelona and Cuba playing Korea. The blocking from Torres, and it luckily drops right inside the baseline. example of good blocking. So deceptive when they roll along the net like that. Kills the speed. Took it back. Free ball for Korea. Only just managed to get it though. Oh, great stuff. Reflex again from Gato. Tipped out by Korea. Gato tipping off the hand of the blocker. Timeout called by the coaches. Crucial time for Korea. They must win this set. Cuba look like they are in control, just being very relaxed, taking each point as they come. Korea must do all the hard work from here. Korea chant. They always look so enthusiastic. Eight-3 then, Cuba. Oh, chipped out. They got the block in. But it rebounded unkindly for them. Side out, 3-8. Well, no doubting the power as Torres comes in. Cleans up the rally for Cuba. Height, arching her back there, and maximum power into it. Captain Luis says. Hong couldn't find a way through the blockers, but there's a gap left. Players from Cuba sprawled. See the quick thinking there. The setter lead. She didn't set it, she saw there was a gap there, and capitalised. Cuba not being quite ready for it, which they didn't look for that serve either. They managed to win the rally. Right into a gap. 2 sets this time. The spike is well controlled by Cuba, so Gato will kick it back. And it is blocked very well by Korea. So he's understandably annoyed. Fired into the net. Well, they moved to 4-8, Korea. Almost, once again, a lazy flick at the ball from Esquerdo at the net. 4-8. Cuba lead, however, 2-1. So Hong, the tall spiker, comes off the court momentarily for Korea. Fresh players on. 12 Oh has come on. Oh Yun Kyung, 174 centimetres, quite short by world volleyball standards. Good one-handed dive from Gato, gets Cuba back into the rally. Korea try to make the play and succeed. Change of style and a tip over. Right over the tops of the hands of Esquerdo. WL. Blocked out from Korea. The instructions coming thick and fast from Eugenio George, the Cuban coach. On the sideline, urging his players on. As they go to the timeout. So Eugenio will have a word with his players. The last point as Jung gives her all in the spike, however. Stretched hands, the blockers. Rolls down along the net. So deceptive, those. Kills the pace of the ball. So the gold medalists at Barcelona, 92, Cuba, certainly look physically as if they're simply cruising along at the moment, making Korea make all the play. Need to work hard as they're 2-1 down in sets. And trailing 4-10 in the fourth here. Prix, Mr. Vela of Hungary. Play on. Played long from Cuba with the serve. More substitutions for Korea. 2 in fact at the same time. There's Kang comes onto the court, and Chang. Chang and Kang, 15 and 17. Luis Hernandez, number 3. Shows her power. That's why she was the most valuable player of the tournament last year. Side out to Korea, 4-10. Here comes Hong, the tallest player in the Korean side. A valuable boost. Just getting the hands over the net. Korea managing to block that spike. That one's well dug out too from Luis. Scrambling defence. Now they give a free ball back to Korea. Cuba. Right inside the baseline. A very well directed spike. There is Hong. 187 centimetres. Getting to the tall side. Luis Hernandez overcooks that one. Lots of power but no control on it. Just got it underneath the ball and went up a little high. Park serving. Luis will try again. Oh, great reflexes in Korea. Give it back. Luis will try again. Once again she's frustrated. But it's the blocking from Cuba. Wins in the rally. It's been so strong for them throughout the sets. They're blocking Cuba. They have the height, of course, and the ability to know just when to time the leap. Coincide with the spike. Points. Korea desperately need to win this set to stay in the match. I'm sure if they can just continue the momentum they had in that first set when they came on with so much enthusiasm, they can more than keep up with Cuba. Very deceptive. We don't really know their true potential until they're tested, Cuba. See them move up a notch and really push themselves. 7-10. Korea serves. Side out though, good work from Torres, slamming down. Over the hands, using their height advantage. 10-7. Luis Hernandez. And she ducked it. It was well blocked by Korea. She ducked and it rolled onto her back, Luis. Thought she had it won, looked away and back it came. Jung. Changed the pace, looked like she was going to spike Torres. Kick it back. They're organising themselves. Just frustrated once again by that great blocking from the tall Cuban side. Making sure to get their hands right over the net, palms facing down. And there's Chang, who's fresh on the court, came on as a replacement recently. Almost reflexed it back, Luis. Spike was changing direction quickly. He did well to get a hand to it, actually. Number 9, Kim. Kim Nam-sun comes on for Korea. Well, nothing she could do about that. Right at her feet. Just ended up having to trap it from Costa. Big arch to the back, a lot of power. Get the dig underneath it fast enough. Lee with a very quick set, sharp 1-2 from Korea. Kim it is, strikes it. Until Hong serves. Gato pointing to the linesman. Tipped out, she says. Korea don't agree. However, the referee agrees that Korea did touch it on the way out. Get these serve back straight away though. Quick set across the net from Lee. Wrong footing the Cubans in their defence. 7-10. Still hasn't moved for a while. Blocked out by Frodo and Cavial. Straight out. 8-10. Control it, set it again, Korea. Chance another point. Gato fires it back. And it would have been a good opportunity for Korea. They managed to pick this ball up. They need to win this set. A couple of points behind. A little decoy spike plan from Korea being adopted. A couple of spikers going up. What will Luis do? Not time to panic yet. She knows she only has to win this set for the match. Luis spikes it, and it's wide. Well, she's not on her game today, that's certain. Absolutely deadly on her good day, but a lot of them have gone wide. Waiting patiently to serve Kim while the Cuban team organise themselves. Replacement was coming on, and it was number 8, Bell. I was speaking before about the most valued players of last year. Bell was the best digger of the finals, voted by the panel. See if she can get a dig in here off the spike. Didn't get a chance, it was too good. Right under the baseline. Over 2, 3, 4 players it eludes. Serves again, point for Korea. 11-10. Exciting stuff, closing in. Well, Korea claiming it. They must win this set. Certainly dedication, look at that dig. And a clash of hands over the top of the net. Left for the referee to sort out. 1 point closer to victory for Cuba. 11 all, tied up. Well, 12 all. Korea mustn't allow themselves to be steamrolled here for the last few points. It's over and it's worked to electing to go for the quick tip over. Nothing that Squirdo could do. She was falling away as she tried to get it. Side out 11-12, crucial time for Korea. They must get on a roll here, try and take the set from here. And it was out, the spike from Torres. Was not touched by Korea. Another look at it. Yes, they got another way in time. 12 all, exciting stuff in the fourth set. It comes back well, blocked well from Korea. Can't find a way through. Torres slips out, side out, 12 all. Torres coming forward, falling. Off the hands of Hong. Almost controlling it. It's still 12 all. Cuba leads 2 sets to 1. Almost getting the fingertips to it. Caballal. Looking forward again. Torres. Coming forward, claiming the ball right on the baseline. Perfect stuff. Hitting at pace. Straight off the floor. Very well by Gatto. Cuba fires it back. Lee sets. I tried to tip over again, but not enough power. Oh, too much eventually from Costa. Gerdo, that was a very good reflex action. Costa capitalised on it. 13-12. Cuba. He's annoyed about it, Gatto. They tipped it out. Chang with a good spike. Crucial. Siliera and Korea. You need to take control there and win this set. 13-12 for Cuba. Well, that's unfortunate. It was left and it was a good serve. It was in. That takes Cuba to match point. 14-12. Gordo. There's the spike. It's good. It's all over. They win the fourth set, Cuba, 15-12, and they take the match 9-15, 15-9, 15-8, 15-12, in 4 sets. Costa slamming it down for the final point. Well, you can't take anything away from Korea. They were up against a team of superior height, superior strength, and much more experience, of course. So many accolades for Cuba. But the Koreans played with so much spirit and heart. They came on and set the pace in the first set, speeding the game up and playing with so much vigour. Really entertaining game from them today, and I'm sure they will take a lot of heart from this game. They have lost, but they won the first set, and they put up a very, very good showing against defending champions Cuba. From the Bangkok Youth Centre, the Women's World Volleyball Grand Prix 1994, this is Craig Robertson.